In this video, we define mutually similar measure. After that, we state and prove Jordan decomposition theorem. Let X S mu be a measure space. Let mu and nu be two measures on X. The measure mu and nu are said to be mutually singular measure written as mu nu if there are measurable subsets A and B of X such that A intersection B is equal to empty, A union B is equal to X, nu of A is equal to 0 and mu of B is equal to 0. Okay, now first we give an example of a mutually similar measure. Let X is equal to closed interval 0 1 and M is your Lebesgue measure. Okay, and mu half is your point mass measure at half. Point mass measure at 1/2. Okay, then your M is mutually similar to mu half. Okay, so for this let A is equal to 0 half union half 1 and B is equal to singleton set 1/2. Okay, then clearly A intersection B is equal to empty, A union B is equal to whole of X. Okay, and M of B is equal to M of this singleton set, and the M of singleton set is 0 because Lebesgue measure of finite set is 0, and mu half F A, the point 1/2 does not belong to the set A, so mu half at A is equal to 0. So this shows that your M is mutually similar to mu at half. Okay, let X is equal to closed interval 0 1. M is your Lebesgue measure. Okay, and nu is your counting measure. Okay, now then M is not mutually similar to nu. Okay, so For this, we assume that M is mutually singular to nu. Okay, what happened? Then there exist two measurable sets A and B of X such that A intersection B is equal to empty and A union B is equal to X. So since nu of A is equal to 0 and it is given that nu is your counting measure. Okay, nu is your counting measure, so nu of A is equal to 0 implies A is equal to empty set, and if A is empty set, then your B is what? Whole of X. Okay, now what is the Lebesgue measure of B? The Lebesgue measure of B is Lebesgue measure of closed interval 0 1, and the Lebesgue measure of closed interval 0 1 is the length of the interval, that is 1, which is not equal to 0, which is a contradiction. Okay, hence our supposition is wrong. What is our supposition? M is mutually singular to nu. Hence M is not mutually singular to nu. This is the proof. Okay, now we define positive and negative variation. So first write down the definition. Let X as mu be a signed measure space and A comma B be the Hahn decomposition of X with respect to signed measure mu, then the function mu plus of E, then the functions mu plus of E is equal to mu of E intersection A and mu minus of E is equal to mu of E intersection B for every E belongs to S are called positive and negative measures respectively. Okay, now we state Jordan decomposition theorem. So we write down the statement of Jordan decomposition theorem. Okay, so Jordan decomposition theorem statement is let X S mu be a signed measure space then there are unique mutually singular measures mu plus and mu minus such that mu is equal to mu plus minus mu minus. Okay, this is your statement of Jordan decomposition theorem. Okay, so now we are going to prove this theorem. In first part of the theorem, we first prove that this mu can be decomposed into these two parts, mu plus and mu minus, and next we prove mu plus and mu minus are your mutually singular. After that we prove this decomposition, means mu plus and mu minus are unique. Okay, so first we write let A and B be the Hahn decomposition of x with respect to mu with A intersection B is equal to empty, A union B is equal to whole of x, where A is a positive set for mu and B is a negative set for mu. Okay, next define mu plus and mu minus on S by mu plus of E is equal to mu of E intersection A and mu minus of E is equal to mu of E intersection B for every E belongs to the sigma algebra S minus. Okay, so here we also put minus. Okay, next it is easy to see that mu plus and mu minus are measures, so it is easy to see that mu plus and mu minus are measures on x. Okay, your mu plus of E minus mu minus of E is equal to mu of E intersection A plus mu of E intersection B. So we write this thing as mu of E intersection A union E intersection B. Okay, so this will be equal to mu of E intersection A union B. Okay, so this will be your mu of E intersection x, and that is your mu of E for every E belongs to S. Okay, it means mu is written as mu plus minus mu minus. Now your mu plus of B is equal to mu of B intersection A, and B intersection A is empty, so mu of empty set is 0, and mu minus of A is equal to minus of mu of A intersection B, and A intersection B is your empty, So mu of empty set is again, and it remains to prove that the decomposition is unique. Okay, means our aim to prove that this decomposition mu is equal to mu plus minus mu minus is unique. So for this, let lambda and nu are another mutually singular measures such that mu is equal to lambda minus nu. Okay, mu is equal to lambda minus nu. Since lambda and nu are mutually singular, then there are measurable subsets C and D of X such that C intersection D is equal to empty set and C union D is equal to X with lambda of D is equal to 0 and nu of C is equal to 0. This is our construction. Okay, we have mu of E intersection C is equal to lambda of E intersection C minus nu of E intersection C. So this will be your lambda of E intersection C, because your nu of E intersection C is 0, because as nu of C is 0, because E intersection C is a subset of C and the measure of nu of C is 0, so nu of intersection C is also 0. Okay, now we write lambda of E intersection C to be lambda of E intersection C plus lambda of E intersection D. Why we write this thing as, since lambda of D is 0, okay, and E intersection D is a subset of D, so your lambda of intersection D is 0, so we write this thing. Okay, so this is written as lambda of E intersection C union E intersection D. So this is equal to lambda of E intersection C disjoint union D. So this is lambda of E intersection S. So this is your lambda of E. Okay, so what happened, lambda of E is your lambda of E is equal to mu of E intersection C. Okay, now again mu of E intersection D. Mu of E intersection D is lambda of E intersection D minus lambda of E intersection nu of E intersection D. Okay, and in this case lambda of E intersection D is 0, so this become minus nu of E intersection D. Since lambda of E intersection D is 0, because your E intersection D is subset of D and lambda of D is 0. Okay, so we write this thing. So we write this as minus nu of E intersection D minus nu of E intersection C. Okay, because nu of E intersection C is 0, because E intersection C is a subset of C. So we write this as minus nu of E intersection D union E intersection C. Okay, so minus nu of E intersection C union D, that is your minus nu of E intersection X, and this is minus nu of E over R. Nu of E is equal to minus of mu of E intersection D. This is your the value of nu of E. Now we claim that C is a positive set for mu and D is a negative set for mu. Okay, so let E be a subset of C, then mu of E is equal to lambda of E minus nu of E. Okay, so this will be your lambda of E, since nu of E is equal to 0. Okay, so we see that your mu of E is greater than or equal to 0. This implies that C is a positive set for mu. Okay, now let E is any subset of D, then mu of E is equal to lambda of E minus nu of E, and in this case lambda of E is 0 and this becomes nu of E, since lambda of E is equal to 0. So this is less than or equal to 0. It means your this implies that D is a negative set for mu. Okay, next it follows that A intersection D and B intersection C are null set for mu. Okay, further mu plus of E is equal to mu of E intersection A, mu of E intersection A, and this mu of E intersection A is written as mu of E intersection A intersection X. So we write this as mu of E intersection A intersection C union D. Okay, C union D. Okay, so this will be your mu of E intersection A intersection C disjoint union E intersection A intersection D, and that will be mu of E intersection A intersection C plus mu of E intersection A intersection D, and this is your nothing but mu of E intersection A intersection C. Why? Because mu of E intersection A intersection D is a subset of is equal to 0 because your E intersection A intersection D is a subset of A intersection D, and A intersection D is a null set, so this is 0. Okay, so next lambda of E is your lambda mu of E intersection C, and mu of E intersection C can be written as mu of E intersection C intersection X, and mu of E intersection C intersection X can be written as your A union B. Okay, so we write it as mu of E intersection C intersection A, okay, union E intersection C intersection B. Okay, and this will be written as mu of E intersection C intersection A plus mu of E intersection C intersection B, and this become again mu of E intersection C intersection A, because mu of E intersection C intersection B is equal to 0, and this happens why? Because your E intersection C intersection B is a subset of C intersection B, and you know C intersection B is a null set, so the measure of null set is 0, so the measure of E intersection C intersection B is 0. So we see that mu plus of E is equal to lambda of E. Okay, so similarly mu minus of E is equal to minus nu of E for every E belongs to S. So this shows that our the decomposition mu plus and mu minus of mu is unique, and hence this is the proof of the theorem.